So I think it's worth discussing whether going forward, none of us, not the mayor, not me, nor any of us, should take private informational meetings or phone calls with developers who have projects before us. I don't see that any good comes of it. So I'd say let's, one, have at least self-disclosure to remove the appearance of competitive conflicts of interest. And two, let's do all our business here. That's what I propose. I'm happy to hear what others have to say. It pains me to even have this conversation, so I'm happy to listen, and I'd love to hear what the mayor has to say.
Councilmember, Mr. City Manager, did you have any comments? I think your suggestion was also the best practices aspect, so I wanted to hear if you had any comments or direction or observations.
I've got a lot. I've seen this play out many times before, and I think it's important for the council to know. I think my definition of best practice is to have some kind of a log or staffer with any of you when you meet with the developer. What you saw in this last instance, this happens every time. When somebody is afraid they might lose a project or whatever and they need to turn that one vote, they will do anything. They will say anything, and they're scared. They've got millions of dollars in this case riding on it, and it is so easy for any one of you to get caught up in something. In this particular case, I see the good in all of you. I have to. I work with all of you. I know you're all good people, but it is so easy for a word to get bent, an intention to get misplaced, and my broader concern and why I like the idea of documenting interactions is it immediately changes the conversation with the developer. There's a note that's made. When I was in Arizona, we actually kept logs of those meetings, and they were attached to council reports. And we had a very active PAC there that was funding council races and that sort of thing, and we did it for full transparency. And, there's lots of ways you can deal with this, but I just want to kind of put out here for the council to chew on this. You have all, to a person, been on me for 2 years about our development processes, about getting people through those processes, about getting rid of the bureaucracy, the crazy rules, the conflicting rules, the contradictory practices. And we've been moving heaven and earth to try to make that happen. It's been a huge issue, and as you all know, this is not healthy for the development community and the public to see you tripped up like this. It doesn't inspire confidence that people can bring projects in and get them through the process quickly without pause. It makes it look overly political. And I can fix the administrative side. You have to help me by straitjacketing the politics. Because once people know what the rules are from both administrative side and how we're going to behave as a council, I can send a very firm commitment to the development community. But this does not help having articles written about these types of scenarios for our reputation for those of you who want to see development. A developer can't come in and know where the rules are. We don't know. There's not, and I think we've got an opportunity here to really learn and set a new tone moving forward about how we're going to behave, what the rules are going to be. And I'm already working on that from a staff perspective. I'm really proud of where we're at, and we've got a ways to go, but I just want all of you to sort of think about it all works. It's a big equilibrium, right? And the more press that's put on this, the worse we look. And that is nobody's goal on this council. So I would urge you, to adopt moving forward some kind of a practice to have either a staffer with you that can document a conversation, or to at least let us know if you've met with someone and we can put it out there. Because I firmly believe that any asks of the development community, all 7 of you need to know what's going on. You owe that to each other. If we can't invoke some civility and transparency, and more importantly, some consistent guidance to developers, this is going to happen again and again. So call it best practices, but this is something I've encountered in literally every city I've been in. And I think the only way you deal with it is through reporting. But that's kind of my comments on it, and I'm happy to answer anything. I'll withhold my other editorialism.
Yes, Councilmember Armintor.
I just want to say I support that idea of reporting, having some method in place. Most importantly, for the public, is good for the public, but of course it's also good for us, and it's also better for the development community. And yeah, I don't like reading about this kind of thing in the paper, which is how I read about a lot of these things. Or rather, I should say, I don't like finding out about this for the first time in the paper when we're having these public meetings. So I think moving forward, that's a great way to turn an unpleasant, awkward experience like this into a learning opportunity. And so I hope we can really move forward and do something about that.
So there's a proposal out on the table of somehow finding a reporting mechanism for meetings between council members and people who have business before the council, whatever that be, applicants, whoever. I don't know if we're going to hammer that out right here. So if the direction of the council is to have the city manager maybe come up with some options, a menu of options that this council could decide on, or not, on how we want to move forward with that particular area of best practices. We okay with that?